going on, Winners Dialogue family? It's Leon again, checking in with you. Shake my hand. Today we got a special guest in the building. Welcome back to another special episode of My Secref Mentor. We highlight black entrepreneurs in the DMV area specifically. Today we got some fathers, we got leaders, we got truth speakers, we got action takers, builders in this community. Today's special guest, Dads United Organization duo.
Yes, sir.
So how y'all feeling, brother?
Feeling amazing.
Feeling strong, man. Feeling real godly.
So hold on, I need y'all to introduce yourself because I don't want to just, leave it to happen.
Right.
So, what's your name?
My name's Brother Nance.
Nance, Healthy People Juice.
Founder of Healthy People Juice. I'm an encouragement coach, educator, community advocate for those that can't advocate for themselves, and I'm a healthy living ambassador.
Happy living in the back.
Yes. My name is Mike O'Corn.
Mike, Duo, Dads United Organization.
Mike O'Corn has created a Dads United organization. I'm a father, man, king, community leader, best friend, son, and just an advocate, and also an entrepreneur.
You, brother, what's your name, brother?
PFK Boone, 300 Gangsters.
PFK Boom, co-founder of 300 Gangsters, gathering our nation's gaining salvation to advance in society. Street liaison throughout the communities of Baltimore. Also the founder and outreach coordinator of Out for Justice, which is an all ex-offender-led organization that specializes in legislation that hinders ex-offenders from coming home. And I'm in the political arm of Duo, Dads United Organization, to, of course, get over the barriers that will stop a young man from getting a better pursuit of happiness that he may need to bridge between his child and the mom or the family structure.
Facts.
Beautiful.
Facts.
Black Men United. That's a strong, powerful name in itself.
Right.
And you look how many different things they involved in. They ain't just got their hand in one situation here.
Right.
So every great venture starts off as an idea.
Right.
The work that these brothers are putting in the community is unbelievable. And I could tell just from speaking to them and being around them, feeling the energy in this room right here, that building comes from a very real place. But what the people want to know is, how did y'all form this organization?
Okay. So, from my perspective, because I feel like we all did create this. We created just by simply coming together like-minded fathers. We all got issues in the community, with our children living in the community, and that's where we meet. The playground messed up, we see the playground messed up, we clean it up together.
Yep.
We gonna fix it. That's how that started, by having a common interest in wanting to have the community a better place for our children, aka our legacy, aka our future. So we built it by having a common interest for the future, right? That's why we built it.
So who had the original idea to even bring this together?
Oh, I did.
Was your idea original?
Yes.
That's a powerful idea. And who was the first members that you was actually able to unite and bring in?
The first member was actually my man Chaz.
Okay.
Yeah, my man Chaz.
Okay.
Was. Yeah.
Don't worry, y'all gonna hear from Chad.
Yeah, you gotta hear from Chaz.
Definitely
You don't hear from Chaz, man.
Facts.
So him, my man Sauce Kid, a guy Nate, he not here right now, and Boone and Nance. Yep. And a lot of other fathers is not here right now.
And
They here in spirit.
Yeah, here in spirit. Yeah, here in spirit. Yep.
And one powerful thing about the organization was we was utilizing each other to lead and teach classes with each other. So that's what made it more organic, learning from each other, So it started as like a learning pot for dads to build upon, how do we can better each other and sharpen each other, Because we all, sometimes you got to hear different things from different people's lenses and when you're dealing with your own children. So it formed as like a brotherhood, So when I seen the brother started it, I had to jump on and be a part of it,
Yeah, we all a piece of one big puzzle, and the more pieces come together, the clearer the picture gets.
Right.
The clearer that picture is going to get. So, I got to ask you, Mike, what inspired you to even start this, though?
Honestly, so I can admit, and I'm still growing. I wasn't a good father in the beginning because of my mindset on what I was doing, right? And it wasn't until I started learning culture, African culture, that I started realizing that I wasn't doing stuff right. After I started learning African culture, I started seeing my obligation that I had for my son. Before, I thought I knew, but I really didn't know. So what made me was, after understanding more African knowledge and knowledge of self, when sitting around my brothers and seeing the common similarities we have in our situation with our children, it's like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we all in the same boat. So it wasn't until I started going for custody for my son that I realized the resources and the advocacy for fathers isn't there. But it's not there because they just don't like you. It's there because we're not even doing it ourselves. Right? Fathers don't even advocate for fathers. You feel what I'm saying? So I was like, ho. Before I get all emotional talking about DSS ain't got this, DSS ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get it. You know what I'm saying?
It's important that we step up, especially as black men.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we see more now than ever in front of our faces the value that they have out on black men specifically.
Right.
So to find yourself and look at yourself and put yourself in a position and say, you know what, I don't have the knowledge currently, but I'm willing to educate myself into what I need to know.
Right.
And take on that next step.
Right.
So education is king.
Right.
And
But that's
it's clear to me that you guys is not lagging in education.
Right.
Absolutely not.
Y'all not shy about sharing the education and the information, right?
Nah, information is free. What you do with it is the fee. How you use it, how you apply it, and all that. How you invest in yourself. So the information is free. You're supposed to share the information.
We experiencing though that there's a saying, they say the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. The knowledge has always been there in reference to, like, is a word that me and Mike can tell you that most of our cases that we can get a child back is from parental alienation. If I mention that to the average person,
I need you to break that down. Hold on. And come close. I don't want nobody to not hear y'all. So make sure y'all we can hear y'all.
What people don't understand is, like I say, I'm the political arm, the legislative arm. A lot of people do things physically. A lot of people argue with baby mothers or whatever they call it, when there is a thing that's called divine law and then there's regular man law. Again, as I just said, 90% of my cases that I'm able to resolve a mother and a father's dispute, I got custody of my kids on loose leaf paper and a notary. And I was going off to school with my baby. So, I mean, parental alienation, I can honestly say that I would say, and I would advise all of us to take a readjustment on our learned behavior of how we was taught to think and believe that we are doing it the right way. That I could tell you right now, and I could take any kid out the house tomorrow like the social service and them do. Because there are laws out there that you just don't know about, all the way down to 2 kids sleeping in the same room. I could get my kid from your home because you got a 1-bedroom.
Absolutely.
There's so many laws that we don't know.
That don't even know.
I mean, it's laws like, just someone wanting someone to think that the kid that's their dad. That is against the law.
For somebody that doesn't know the law, a lot of people don't know the law, unfortunately. What would you suggest as first a good place to start learning that stuff?
The first thing I would say to any father, like I was 16 when I had both my kids. I was a father before I was a man. So, I mean, I would say, like I did my son, I got an 18 and a 26-year-old. They already learning this now. Like my 18 don't have no kid. My oldest son just had a son. So these are things I would think they don't teach it in school. So now that Dads United is here, and if you can hear our voice or we somewhere, it's only on you. But if you continue to go out there, and what they say, ignorance of breaking the law is ignorance of the law is no excuse of breaking it. So when you get your back broke in that courtroom by not knowing these things that we know over here in Dads United, and they always come back to us that they get stung by the court, which we're trying to advise you to get into a society such as ours. And again, I honestly say, when I had my kids, we didn't have Google.
Yeah.
You can Google parental alienation right now. You can Google and get your kid over an application over the computer. So right now, I would really say that someone will lose their kid quicker now than you ever did back then because of the availability of you not losing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a dude could come in and say, I'm going to take custody of your son and really do this. Link in with your girl, be with her for 5 years. You say, no, I'm taking this. Like, because
that's my son now.
That's me now. Now say something. Right? And there's laws out here.
It's imperative that we know this stuff so we can protect ourselves. But also, we got to be accountable for our actions, so we want to put ourselves in these positions. We don't want to be put in these positions that we don't have to be unnecessarily.
The situation to not be put in, just don't have a kid.
Now,
I'm a rocker with you. Like, on some real, if I knew what I knew, like prior to, and some things were set up for me to actually have that happen, like of some adult supervision, lack of supervision, some other things that I stay on top of now. But when I say it's easier said than done, that we all could say, yeah, we could have had it a little differently, or now the kid that got the knowledge now and don't have no kid, he gonna be very empowered when he have his son now, because he got all this knowledge in here.
Yeah.
He know all these things.
Yeah.
If somebody, what they say, rock out. And I would honestly say both parties knew what both strengths both had, because they both got power in that courtroom. They actually would respect each other more to know that y'all can go in there and go hard and take my
They need
son.
to know. They need to know.
Grandparent rights to take the kid from both of y'all.
Yeah.
But people don't know this. Like grandparents who got their stuff together, and you know how the projects without your stuff together, they can come and take the kid from you for years. So it's just so much that our village is not in order. I'm gonna say that.
We getting it back in order, and this is Dads United is going to help us get there.
Absolutely.
And I kind of want ask Nance to speak to this for a second. What attracted you to pursue the educational component of this? Because I know Brother Bone got it. He got the law. What got you attracted to the education?
I mean,
component?
again, just to piggyback off what Mike was saying about just that knowledge of self and just that being embedded in me when I was young, and then losing my dad at 10 years old, you know what I mean? And watching the village raise me, you know what I mean? The other Babas and the other men in the community. So I'm transitioning. I'm 43. I'll be 44 this year. So I'm transitioning to the stage where I have to lead in a different way and spread the knowledge information that I gained when I was coming up. So that what attracted me to that was when I saw the brother doing what he was doing, and I saw the knowledge of self that he was developing too. For him, I had to come add to that. You understand what I'm saying? Because you learn from the young and you learn from the old. So I learned from him just as much as he learned from me. So it keeps me youthful to have that youthful energy and spirit around me. You know what I mean? And plus I had to do it for the ancestors. You know what I mean? Like that's the number one thing. Like the ancestors are first and foremost. So everything that I do is led and driven by the ancestors. Like it's not me. It's just I'm just the vessel that's spitting it out.
So now DNA.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Passed down and continues to be passed down. Mike, is there any books that you could say or recommend? Actually, to anybody. I'm gonna ask Mike first.
Right.
What books would you recommend for somebody that's trying to learn more about father advocacy and just the law itself? I'm gonna ask Brother Boone about this book.
Yeah, he got Boone got some books, man.
I know he got,
I already know what book. I already know what book he got.
I know you got some
I already know what book he gonna give y'all. But I would say African Manhood in the 21st Century.
Okay.
Written by a guy, Imhotep, a ceasefire to you. It is a strong book. It's a real good book. And it helped me very, very, very seriously. So I would advocate that for manhood teachers and fatherhood.
I'm gonna have to definitely check out Dr. Imhotep, because actually this is the second time I've been recommended this book in this podcast. So I need to check it out.
Yeah.
It don't reoccur for no reason.
It's a serious book. It's serious. It's serious.
What about you, Brother Bone? What would you recommend? What would be the number one book that you would recommend right now to help somebody, get this education they need to put them in a place?
Oh, he already know. I mean, like what I would say, to put it in a nutshell, is like I got a book called Panther Vision. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's a powerful name. I already want to know what it's about.
And that's the book. You know what I mean? That's the exact book. That's the book I got my daughters reading, my sons reading, and anybody that I call it basically the liberational Bible. You know what I mean? That's what I call it, our Bible. Basic, Baltimore instructions before leaving Earth is what I call it.
All right.
But yeah, the Panther Vision is a book, and the book.
Who's it written by?
Rashid Omar. Rashid Omar. Yeah, he's incarcerated. Yeah, he's a Black Panther brother incarcerated. But what he does is he breaks the man, woman, and child down, and from a systematic standpoint. Then it take it back to an ancestral. Then it take it back to us eating. See, we ain't eating right. All this don't make no sense. Like it's like a diagram, bro. You can't do this part without this part. So you gotta almost like what they call resurrect yourself all over again to where
sometimes you gotta reconstruct.
Then you go, and that's why if you do it in a family, it's more easy to do it quickly. If you try to do it by yourself, and I ain't seen that person. I think his name Jesus or something.
Right.
But anybody else, you know what I mean? It just it's done quick. And all these pieces that I'm missing, like I'm a whole man in here with all my brothers. You see what I'm saying? Any piece I'm missing, one, I need something to drink. I call Mike Vibe. He just vibe. He gonna throw some Afro beats. You ain't even gonna be mad no more. Right. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He throwing some music. It's over. So I mean, it's just most of these guys in their resurrection is none of us don't have to have a dime. It's the presence.
It's the presence alone, and that's the presence of the Black man that needs to be pushed forward. So I want to switch gears for a second. I want to talk briefly about identity formation, because how big would you say the role a father plays in a child's identity formation?
Well, this is a good question.
That's a great question.
Yeah, this is
That's
real.
beautiful.
Okay, so this is how I see in the identity. It's important. It's like I was telling you, we was on the phone.
You come a little bit closer for me.
My bad.
They need to hear you. They need
Hey,
to
boom,
hear you.
Right.
come up close
So-
a little bit.
All right, so an example, when you see a child inside of a home that's absent of a father, like I'm talking about absent to the point, no phone calls, you just no voice, right?
Yeah.
9 to 8 times out of 9 times out of 10, you'll see that child will tend to run over the mother, or kind of take things to a certain limit and act in a way that they're not supposed to act, right? Because that father's balance and that energy isn't in the home. Like some children don't even wake up and smell cologne, or the scent of a man's clothes. You feel what I'm saying? Or to hear a man's voice in the morning getting ready for work. You feel what I'm saying?
That bass in that chest.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta see that, because that's gonna help out with your identity. Not to say men without fathers will never grow to be good men, but the probability of it happening that we won't get a productive man is very high when the father's not around.
That's
because
statistically speaking.
That's statistically speaking, because he caters to his identity. Like the child's been in the mother's stomach for 9 months, right? So it understands the mother, emotions, everything. It wasn't in my stomach, right? So it always tends to go and take its limits with the mother. But when I come in the room, it has that, it's quiet, because technically, who is he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know him, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of that fear, because that helps the balance of the mother when she can't get him to stop. And you come like, hey. You know what? Because I don't know what you're going to do. You know, I got a fear to, like, I was in my mom for 9 months. I know her limits. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your limits, but I feel you. You feel me? But I'm going to listen. And when that's not in the house, when the mother's tired from washing clothes all day and doing everything, she don't got the energy to get all 3 of them down in bed. You feel me? She's like, look, just put the tablet on, yo. I'm done. And they watching tablet, eating Doritos until whenever.
The tablet is it can become poison. You need a break sometimes. I can understand that's why it's necessary. Ideal situation, we had 2 parents in the household. That's not always the case, unfortunately.
Right.
But you know
that's
what?
no substitution.
You gotta create a community family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about community family. Like, once you have a child with somebody, you're related. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like them or not. Like, you got family members that you don't like, but you're gonna love them forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the identity shaping is based off of, like, in my case, I realized that I was here to be my son's guider, and not to do as I say, or, you know what I mean? I'm not a dictator, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm a guider, but you have to know when to, fathers, like Mike said, like my son will tell you, my dad is my parent, you know what I mean? Everybody else, his mother is his friend. But I show him I'm his friend, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he know if I got to have those hard conversations, I will, you know what I mean? Because like Mike said, as the father, we see things a little differently than those around him, you know what I mean? Because of the world we live in, it's a lot of programming going on, you know what I mean? So we're trying to deprogram programming that's happening at rapid rates, you know what I mean? So shaping identity is very deep, just inside and outside the home, because we got multiple factors affecting our young black boys, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it takes a tribal approach, you know what I mean? And like I said, I believe in community family, like, and that's how you create the identity of showing your child working together, even in separate homes and things like that. So I didn't mean to cut you off, Brother Boom.
No, you good. No, the thing about it is, see, the thing is, I mean, we saying what we saying, and everything that my brothers are saying are correct, but we have accepted 2 type of, we accepted males, and we accepted this thing called men or whatever. Like we just explained that our learned behavior, what this man thing was, we was taught wrong. So now we learning it. It is so much important that what we saying in our streets right now is 50% of why you from male men with no knowledge of self. They got the little wee, they get 50, they big, but they're males. B is like a shell, and you see 50 men in the room, but 49 of them are probably males, and there's gonna be one dude that can lead all of them.
So what would you say is the difference as far as definitions wise between a father and a dad?
The difference between, that was me. I was 16 years old and I had a child. I was just a father. And then I went, I got older, and then I'm getting to realize what this dad thing ain't about no money and real about time. And then how the hell could I even think about being a man when you got to get to loving yourself and all these other things? I ain't have all the way knowledge of self. It had nothing to do with the paycheck, B. I had money up the yin yang. I had money.
Okay.
Money was never the problem. Put a roof over the head of 17. None of that was the problem. And that's what we was taught to, man. If you could pay the bill, if you could put the shoe on, if you could, the money was never the problem. Like, it was never that. It was me being able to, like when a dude that gave me a piece of paper one day and he said, boom, what's the difference between a male and a man? And he wanted me to write the whole tablet. I only could fill up like one piece of page. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it's deeper than what we were taught. And I'm not knocking how we was taught. I just believe that template was just mad soft. You know what I mean? It had nothing about culture, and it had nothing about how to eat. It had nothing about, like, we accepting that you die in Baltimore at 67 or 70 without doing nothing wrong. You out of here if you don't eat right. You gone. We accept that. Like, Elijah Cummings died at the average age of not doing nothing. So we don't even understand, but really what we say, like, Brother Nance, we making one whole father here. The health, the spiritual, the political, and like, if I don't know none of these things that all 7 of us got, like, so that's why Dads United is here. Yeah, the father that we had, he loved us. I have a dad. I had a dad. I buried my father last year. I'm the cat that got the grandfather and the father. So I'm giving you this smoke from a love position. This ain't even.
And I'm glad that you're bringing up the emotional aspect of it, because anybody that spent time around children, they know that they go through a plethora of emotions. So how have you learned to break that stigmatism of the emotionless father archetype? And to show them how to display love, letting them know it's okay to express their emotions and how to express it.
It's like what Juan said. It's in that community. It's in that won't happen until you see other men in your situation doing it, point blank.
Vulnerability.
Like, you won't be vulnerable until you see that's somebody like me who you thought wasn't vulnerable, and I'm vulnerable easy. And then you like, oh shit, he just said he apologized like it was nothing. Oh snap it. You found, and then it's like, oh, so it's okay.
To apologize.
It's okay. You found, so you need that community to let you know, oh bro, this is normal over here. Like, this is what we do. Because everybody's looking for a community, because you need to belong to something. It just happens. Like, because that's where you try to find value. Some people find false value, and some people find real value. So you need that community in order to get that value, and somebody's going to look for it. This is why I say there'd be a child in a household. He got his mother and his father. Why did he go to the game? And the mother's like, we clothe you, we feed you. Why would you do that, Johnny? Because Johnny don't feel valued. You never made him feel important. You did what you were supposed to do because that was responsibility, and you don't want to be embarrassed. Like, oh, you had a kid, why you ain't dressing him? Oh no, I'm dressing him. I'm feeding him.
And that's a problem, because a lot of, especially again, black community, we don't show the values. Like, what's the value of a human life? And when you look on it, you turn on the news, it's like, well, if that's what the value is, I guess we don't have that much value.
Yeah, and people.
But that's why I think it's
done.
Is like I said, it's imperative that you guys exist to show, like, look, we're out here. Look at us. You don't have to look at that TV, because that's not real. They show you what they want to show you.
Right.
We out here with you.
Right.
We you in the future. So you can be a better you in the future.
Right.
Sooner. You ain't got to learn from your mistakes when I'm showing you the way right here. Like, I went down that road. That road led to a dead end. I know that because I just went down there. Why would you drive down to a dead end?
Right.
And even if they do drive down that dead end, you got to be there to guide them back out the dead end. Because sometimes some of our children need to feel the dead end.
Yeah,
even if you guide them.
I was one of them.
Right.
I was that child. I had to be let go. I mean, keep it blooded. I mean, I'm so glad. I'm glad. I was one of those kids. With a mother and a father, I keep on trying to tell people, stop saying. That's why I mean, I tell Mike that all the time. Y'all, everybody keep on saying if the mother and the father in the home is going to be right. Man, I was on the Marcus Most Wanted and everything with the mother and the father. What do y'all say? I banged every gun up in the world. So do we dope coke more than anybody. What is y'all saying about this mother and father thing? I had a mom and a dad. What is y'all saying? What are you going to do with the just because kid? I did it because I wanted to.
And there's outliers. Sometimes
you gotta
acknowledge there's outliers that exist.
Yeah, you gotta understand it. And it would be me that would be the one with the mother and the father that'll lead all y'all wrong. See, we getting it twisted because we ain't looking for boom in the door. I'm getting passes because they know I got a mother and a father. He don't. They let me get through with crime like Abbott. They let me get through with
All you gotta
everything.
do is show up to court with your
With
mama
my
and father.
father.
Oh,
You see what I'm
my
saying?
father.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
we
see
gotta
what I'm
go.
saying? It's a lot of double
Yeah.
jeopardies
Yeah, it is,
that
yo.
I knew
It
everything
is.
I was
It
doing
is.
at 10 years old when I was
Right.
breaking law, but they would say, "Oh, he's just a kid." I knew what I was doing. Y'all taking away my credit of being a criminal. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like for real. Like, I mean, I'm talking real smoke, and it's shame that I would talk this aggressive if I was a kid. That's what they thought I was a foster kid. So we really need to get into.
that's
Don't
real, yo.
think that
real.
if me and you together and we're gonna be this great couple that our baby gonna be all right. That's far from the truth, and I'm here to tell you that.
Absolutely, absolutely, for sure. Because there's outliers that exist, and sometimes because I'm pretty sure you having that real mother and father figure, dad situation in your household, you had a certain level of education. Now, a lot of times what happens is you're so smart that you're a little bit
There
ahead,
you
so
go.
you find more time to get into trouble.
There you
It's
go.
like, I can act out in class and I know what's going on. You can't do this.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
That's what it
I
is
can get
sometimes.
straight A's in fourth quarter, don't do nothing all
And
three.
you're just like, I'm gonna keep doing this
See what I'm
because
saying?
I can get away with it.
See what I'm saying? That's not good. Let me straight to prison.
It's not good at
I
all.
went straight to prison. So we are here that we have to let people know, like,
You
it's
went
too
through what
many.
you went through to get you to
There
this
you
point.
go. Somebody had to go through, and we got all these be-all templates, and expectation is dangerous. Why are you expecting anything from a human? That's a human being. That child may go do coke or something. You don't know what this baby. Oh my God, you disappointed me. Come on, yo.
They human.
Like
Everybody gotta go through it sometimes.
and then another thing we do, we slave owners. We beat our kids to half of the things that they want. Half the kids scared of their parents. That ain't how it go, B.
Yeah.
That's where you wrong
So,
right there.
okay, I'ma ask y'all
I
this
was
then.
never scared of my parents. I was scared to make them disappointed.
That's how I was, yo.
Is disciplinarians is a role in the fatherhood. So what would you say is a less drastic approach to disciplining your children? Because if you don't want to pick up the scrap,
Make them read a book. I make my kids read a book and give me a book report. And the more they get in trouble, the thicker the book get. The more they get in trouble, the thicker the book get. The more they get in trouble, now they don't want to get in trouble no more. They just
So
smart.
that's definitely an excellent way. Because I was reading Trevor Noah's book, and he was speaking about his mother's interaction with him. And he said every time I would get into trouble or I would have a situation I want to argue with her, she would say, "Go write me a letter," and we would write letters back and forth. And you see where this man is at now. Like it's
I never hit
certain-
my kids. I got 6 kids. I never
It's
hit
like,
them
do you
one time.
have to? Because you know your strength. Now you want to work their mind. They
That's
know.
what I do. I work my son.
That's
mind.
slave owner.
I don't beat my son.
Yeah.
I never beat my son.
I got both. I got the beating and go read a book, right? It depended on what it was. I got both, right? And my father, he's a math teacher, teaching math for 48 years, right? So he used to make us say, I will follow directions 3 times across and down, front and back, 2-3 pages. He had us do stuff like this. This is real talk. We was doing the old school stand on the wall, and I had to sit at the table like this with my hands. And you think it's easy until he's sitting over you the whole time. The moment you let him off, he popping you, or you sitting facing the corner, one leg up. That's what my father used to do to me more than hit me for real. Like,
That's what it is.
do math problems. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Crossword puzzles.
Yeah, he had me doing that a lot. Nowadays they just you dumb, you badass.
The words are
And I'm
powerful.
adopted. You
The
know
words
what I'm
are
saying? Like
powerful.
I wasn't even raised by the father that impregnated the woman, and I wasn't raised by the woman that I came out of.
But that was your dad, though.
That was my dad,
Because
and that's
he
what we
took
were
the- he
saying.
took
Fathers
accountability, stepped
and
up
dads
into the next
Yeah,
situation.
fathers,
So I'm gonna get kind of back. I know we got a little bit off, but I want to go back to an organizational standpoint of things. What, as you got things bigger and you wanted to take things to the next level, what was that looking like, and how did you use your presence and your influence to expand the organization?
So I use my authenticity, the love that I have, and the good intent to attract other dope people that can help me bring a lot of dope opportunities like grants. I got my first $20,000 grant in 2018. My first time ever writing a proposal. You know what I'm saying?
What site or whatever you had to go to?
I went through B City Recast. I didn't even go through a site. I'm telling you, it was attracted to me, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you told me, yo, you know how I look for grants? No. But I've been awarded $20,000 twice. Even this year, I've been awarded again, but we just waiting through
That's
COVID.
where we met at.
Yeah, that's where we met. So I got awarded $40,000. But if you tell me, yo, go find me a grant, I don't know how to do that. right? But how did I get the 40,000?
You're outside.
Using
You're outside making the moves necessary, and it's coming to you.
It's
because
all,
you outside.
it's
If you
all
stay in the house-
magnetic attraction.
Yeah,
You
if you
attract
want-
what you want.
And if you say you want to do something, you gotta go out here and get it. Because if you gonna stay in the house, how is it gonna come to your door? Is it gonna mail it to you?
Right. And even if you go outside,
doing
you can
it.
go outside and not make moves. So even if you outside and you sitting on the steps or you making moves, but you're not making moves, you won't attract what you need. I feel like the moment, like Cardi earlier said, I need a printer, right? But we all sitting in good intent. We all sitting in good intent, right? You gonna get what you want. You come here and got a printer. The other day, just 4 days ago, I was at the ice cream truck. I said, man, I need a snowball machine, yo. I'm looking at the phone and I'm talking to the ice cream truck man, and he's like, oh, I got one for sale. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, damn, because I'm already on the site.
Ice cream truck.
Yeah, so I got one on the ice cream truck, but I look at it like, that to me is supposed to happen when your intent is good. I don't look at it like, damn, yo, that's a coincidence. Nah, bro, don't discredit what I done work for. I done work for shit to happen like this. You know what I'm saying? I done work for it to come back like this. So this ain't no, boy, you wasn't lucky. I ain't lucky, man. That's supposed to happen.
Cold-blooded.
Suppose that. So, I mean, in building an organization, what would you say is your biggest hurdle that you faced so far, getting things going?
Honestly,
and continuing to grow?
Me.
You.
I am my biggest hurdle, right? It's because, we get in the way of ourselves sometimes, right? And just because I'm a creative Dads United doesn't make me the most perfect dad. I didn't create Dads United because I'm the best dad and I want to show y'all how to do it. I need to grow as a father and I want to do it as a collective, right? So I know where I need to grow at. There's no finish line to this, right? But we got to run together. It shouldn't be, I'm going to run my track, you just run your track. Like, we all got to do this together. My biggest hurdle is me, and I'm learning. Before, my communication skills wasn't that serious. I can get people together, but it was, I was edgy. You feel me? It was like real, like, I build with you, but if it was like,
Microwave Mike.
Man, microwave Mike is what they call me. Some people can gravitate towards like, I build with him. But when you build an organization, you got to understand there's different personality types, and you can't just be like, I'm for this personality type. That was my biggest thing in getting over the sickness and some European mindsets that I still had in my mindset that I was still breaking down. So that's why I say I was my biggest hurdle. There's no other hurdle because everything I can have. You feel what I'm saying? If it was a big hurdle, it's going to be me. And that's it.
And that was the hurdle that you faced.
Yep.
I'm going to pause everything for a second, all right? Because I know y'all wanted to switch out.
Yeah.
All right, we back from our little break we just took. So we got two new people in the seat. Can y'all introduce yourself too?
What's good? Cardi Quarters, father, son, photographer, and brother. Just out here trying to spread the love.
What about you, bro? What's your name?
What's going on? My name is Chaz Wesley. I'm also a father, son, soldier for Yahweh first, let me say that.
Okay.
Just here for, to represent Dads United, man, represent, just being a father, that takes a lot. Anybody can call themselves a dad, say, oh yeah, I birthed this person, but, it's more to it than that. Like me, I'm raising children that's not even mine, you feel me? But I call them mine, also adding them to my family, to my bloodline.
They're part of the team now.
Yeah, that's what it's about, fatherhood.
Exactly. So we was just about to transition into marketing because I think y'all doing a phenomenal job and I want to see y'all business expand. And y'all already constantly expanding.
Right.
So, Mike, I got to ask you real quick, what techniques have you been employing to expand your business?
Honestly, our authentic approach is my first approach before digital and everything. It's word of mouth is always the best. I don't care how many flyers you make, how many sponsor ads you pay for. It's all about word of mouth. It's all about word of mouth, right?
Absolutely.
So it doesn't matter about the ads or anything. So my tactic is that actual outcomes is marketing. When you actually producing outcomes, the people that those outcomes benefited will share without you being around or not. And then when you want to get into the science, I do digital marketing, sponsor ads, and I'm actually in training to be even more serious into social media marketing.
What's your favorite social media platform to use then?
Honestly, right now, Instagram. Instagram is very, Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook, I make a lot of money from my HVAC side.
Okay.
And it gets out there, but Instagram is very, it gets that demographic that I need to reach when it comes to that.
Do you utilize like special groups or anything?
So I got a Facebook group on Facebook, and on IG, I just post on IG, and other organizations will share the post as well.
And since I noticed that you definitely open to different viewpoints, you got some young brothers here. So what would y'all recommend? What's the new thing? What's the new best thing so we can get some new techniques? We don't want to be left in the background.
Well, man, I'm gonna thank you for the compliment on age.
Right.
I'm 29, but just I utilize Instagram as well. I got a Facebook, got a Twitter, but I utilize Instagram. So even to build onto the mission that Mike is on with Fatherhood, on my timeline, all I post is like fatherhood posts. You'll see my son in nearly every post I have.
All right.
You may not see me, but you'll see him. But on a business level, I use my Instagram as well, and I just use my stories. But I always want what people to see to reflect the mission that we're on.
Gotta reflect that mission and show what it is. What about you, Chaz?
I like Instagram and Twitter when it comes down to promotion and marketing. Instagram just because it can link you to all of your social accounts. You can post something on there and it can just go
with everything.
Twitter, I like it because it gets to certain people that Instagram or Facebook might not get to. Mm-hmm. I've actually watched my numbers like come up with certain things. We just like kept putting a link on Twitter. Facebook, I like it just as a simple fact I could get in touch with many people like I grew up with. I could show them this or show them what I'm doing now. They were potential clients back when we was little because I guarantee I've been doing the same thing since I was young. So Facebook is just good because people that know me for years, they can just see what I'm doing. They can connect with their other people. It's a big thing, man. A big domino effect with Facebook now.
Absolutely. Do y'all use any type of special hashtags or anything to get a consistent message out there?
Duo.
Yeah, Duo. Yep.
Okay.
Duo.
Everybody need the hashtag Duo on everything.
Everybody hashtag Duo.
Hashtag Fatherhood.
Fatherhood. The only hood I rep is Fatherhood.
Black Daddy Gang.
Bang, bang.
Shoot, I got a couple of them there. All right, let's talk recommendations. I know I asked you earlier about a book. I also want to ask you about a website or anything. A book, too. If a person's out there trying to start a Duo-S organization in their own city, their own state, or their own country, because we national. We're not just a national or just a city level thing.
Right.
International at this state. What would you recommend them to?
So if they wanted to start a dad's organization, what would I recommend them to? I would recommend them to first the dads in their community that want the same thing. And also, as far as nonprofits in that community as well, if you have a CDC or a community or a development center around there, I would advise you to go to them and talk to them. Go to the community center, the biggest nonprofit and start building with them because they're doing it. So you need to learn that process. Also, if you have a community law center inside of your city or county, I would advise you to go hit the community law center too to also learn around on how to do that. Now, as far as effectability, I can't teach authenticity. That's just something you gotta want to do. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, but if you just for the structure basis, that's what I would say. Build around fathers, people that own nonprofits, and lawyers.
Yeah, first you better come to Baltimore and holler at the origins.
So just watch and see what y'all doing already out
here.
here.
Baltimore, hey, boom, there'll be a more. You gotta go to Chicago, right? Yeah, you gotta come to Baltimore.
So right before we go, 'cause we about to wrap up, but I need to know your socials and the best way people can contact you. Actually, hold on. Let's go back a second. People that are actually in Baltimore right now in this state, how can they join the organization? Because that's a question that was been requested me. When I asked people what y'all want to know, they said, how can we join?
Right.
So
tell them. I would say the outreach is real. I just think about the brothers, like we were just talking before we got here, the brothers that I know that are fathers that Mike don't know. And like I say, everything I do, I try to represent that mission. I want to be a good father, period. I'm not doing that just because we're on the mission. But I'm always telling fathers, the first question I ask them, man, you got kids? Because I'm always ready to talk about my kids. Mm-hmm. And when they show interest in that, it don't really matter whether they're having a good experience or not, because that's a brother that we can learn from as a parent. So I'm always like, yeah, bro, you gotta get with my brother Mike. You know, Dad's United. That's what we doing. This what we on. You feel me? We ain't trying to get you under our wing so we can go chase money or chase girls. Like, these kids, bro. These kids. Y'all got choppers on deck. We got these kids on deck.
Right, real
So
talk.
the initiation process, everybody comes through Michael. Can y'all bring people in, or how does it work?
So usually, and it's not really an initiation process. It's just of a process. Like, put it like this. I'm gonna be real with you. We're not like a lot of organizations where it's like, yo, I'm a dad, I'm down. You feel what I'm saying? It's not like that, because that's how you can easily be infiltrated and have your stuff pushed apart. Just you got kids, you down. Like, it's a process. You even gotta go through boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like, you gotta meet with all of us, but when it comes to like OG status, like Juan and Boom, like, it's not just you're a dad, yes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say yes, get you a shirt, say he's down, and then you go out and do some whole crazy stuff. And it's like, yo, wasn't that the
Yeah, it's a vetting process. You're a vetting process.
Yeah, so it's more of a where you at? What's your energy? Yeah. Can you show up here on time? Right. Just show up in the library at 2 o'clock just because I said come up at 2 o'clock? Or will you have excuses on why you can't show up here? It's little things like that. I'll hear a convo. I'll chill with you for the day. Pick you up, take you out. And just hear your conversations. If you say some shit like, yeah, man, I don't mind smacking on girls. She on my nerves. Like,
yeah. So
now I'm a grow, but it's little things that we
it's a vetting process. You can't just get a jersey and say you on a team.
You gotta show and prove. Show and prove.
You can't.
So
show and prove.
I get where you're coming from.
Right.
Definitely.
So that's what it is. Everybody needs to know this, and everybody gonna know this message, and they gonna see this.
Right.
So let them know where they can find you and how to contact you. So if they want to be with this program,
right,
they want to join,
right,
they can say, all right, this brother's doing it. What's your socials like?
So dadsunited.org, and we're gonna try to get rid of the word program. It's a vibe.
Okay.
We creating a vibe, right?
Programs.
Like dadsunited_org. That's the Instagram. I'm gonna say that again. dadsunited_org. You got the Facebook page, which is Dads United Organization. You had the email, which is dadsunitedorg@gmail.com. You have the Cash App, which is Dads United Org for any donations, support, and also the PayPal Dads United org @gmail. I will give out my phone number, but that hasn't worked in my favor when I did that.
Well, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it if you ain't comfortable.
Yeah, I gotta get a Google Voice.
Yeah, we can teach you how to set that up.
DMs, you know what I mean, or email me. You know, let me see how real it is. You know what I mean.
What about you, gentlemen? Any social media y'all want to link people to so they can come find y'all?
Not really.
Okay, come on.
Nah, I'm Dads
And
United.
that's another thing. You gotta see us in the work. Like,
So
my man said, you gotta see us in the community.
I'll link mine. My Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Carde. That's CARDE__. Carde__. And you can see Fatherhood. You're
going to see a lot of fatherhood. You're going to see a lot of fathers out here putting in work. So as always, remember, as we about to go, dreams plus action equals life.
Peace.